what to say today, what final message to encourage you and express my love for this circuit. Nina said, choose a favourite passage. And for quite some time, I couldn't decide what that was. And then the lost sheep came upon me. I know it off by heart. It was my grandson Ben's favourite book for quite some time. He would quote it often, and he loved the farmer with his efforts to find his lost sheep, his face telling quite a story on the way. Luke chapter 15, with its 3 parables of the lost, was likely to be one of the front runners for a favourite story, really, all along, because I do love parables. Parables of Jesus that offer us a glimpse of God, that challenge us to think again with their pithy point or slightly obscure tale, that make us think. Parables that Jesus told to his audience to meet them where they were, to help them see for themselves the ways of God and his kingdom. They touch us again and again as we enter into them. They stay with us too, as a story will. I like to think that Jesus would have thoroughly approved of the spirit in which Nick Butterworth and Mick Inkpen took this parable and made it live on the pages of this children's book. What do we discover about this farmer who may offer us a glimpse of how God loves? The farmer notices that one of the sheep is lost. He notices and he cares about it. It matters. He will go to all the lengths he has to retrieve the lost sheep. It will take time and effort and energy, hills, obstacles, thorns. None of these will stop him from trying to find that sheep. He will not give up. And when he finds him, he'll do what he must to rescue him. The indignity of diving into a mucky pool and the effort of hauling out a wet sheep. I'm no farmer, but they surely wouldn't be easy. But the farmer doesn't seem cross with the sheep. Far from it. After all, sheep will be sheep. He carries the sheep home, rejoicing. For me, this farmer offers us a wonderful glimpse of God's loving way, his care for each and every one that goes on searching and looking for ways to connect, to help. God who never gives up on us, wherever we are, whatever we've done. And isn't that what we see in Jesus too? Indeed, it was the fact that he was consorting with tax collectors and sinners that led to this story being told. God is like the farmer. He loves us, just like the farmer loves his sheep. He'll never give up on us. A glimpse of God, a snapshot to hold on to when times are tough and when God might seem far away. Remember the farmer. He will not give up. He'll find you. He'll be there for you to help. And what's more, no one will be more delighted than that farmer at finding you. God delights in each and every one of us and longs for a relationship of love and trust that leads to life. Working as a circuit superintendent minister could be seen to be a very churchy role, making sure things happen smoothly, sorting out admin and good governance, taking account of financial matters. The list is long, but I hope that I have managed some of it. More than that, I hope that during my 12 years here, along with my lay and ordained colleagues on the CLT, we've encouraged you to be a bit like that farmer, to notice those in your community who are maybe a bit lost just now, and to respond with love, with care, reaching out to them, seeking after them, that they may know God's love for themselves. How healthy are you as a church, we asked. And the measures we looked at did include churchy things like finances and buildings. But we encouraged you too to take some next steps in mission, in going for God. And it's been so encouraging to hear the good news stories in circuit meeting of ways that your church is seeking to show the kind of love that farmer had for his sheep, going out of your way with time and energy, committing yourselves to people who need you. But sometimes, like the farmer, we get tired and our feet ache. Mine certainly do. Sometimes there is too much to do and not enough people or energy to do it all. But don't give up. Remember, God is with you. Remember, God loves you. Remember, God loves the lost sheep. One of the strengths of Methodism, to my mind, is the circuit system, and the passage I chose to Galatians speaks to us of an aspect of that system, an aspect of the Christian life. Help carry one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. In my time as a superintendent, when the going has got tough, I've been so blessed by those who would help to bear the burdens of the day. And in pursuit of God's kingdom, let us, as a circuit, as churches separately, find ways to work together as a circuit, to bear one another's burdens as best we can. Together, God will surely bless us and guide us on. A glimpse of God, like a farmer who loves his sheep. A word of encouragement, bear one another's burdens. God will bless you when you do. And a huge thank you for welcoming me, a very green superintendent, and accepting my ministry with all its frailties. A huge thank you to colleagues, staff, circuit stewards, David, Marina, and others who've been so necessary and such a blessing. A huge thank you to Pete, who's been such a good support, who's added much to circuit life this past year or so. And a huge thank you too to church leaders, local preachers, supernumeraries, worship leaders, children's and youth workers, treasurers and property stewards. Without all of you, the circuit would not exist. It's been a joy and a privilege to serve alongside you these past 12 years. I will carry you and this circuit with me, I'm sure, as we move to Bedford and pastures new. Thank you all.